Hey guys, this is the next video. We're gonna go over a couple of matches again. There's a couple of good matches. So this first one against um, Challenger on Ancient Spires. This was it was a placement match for him, so he must have been pretty good last season, or he must have won a few placement matches to be playing us. And I think with this match I ranked up to Plat 2. So I'm finally getting our way back up to Diamond. So, off the get-go, my wood is near my stone and gold over here. I do have this pond, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do in terms of playing. I wasn't sure if I was going to go with Fish Boom or what. So I kind of do a kind of a hybrid type of a build here. I don't really want to rush the roost because they usually build a really defensive right around there. They can age up to castle basically with everything inside of their TC range. So I didn't want to really contest it, and even didn't want to dealing with hunts. So he's going up with a hunting cabin and a lumber camp. Um, I'm sure this hunting cabin is going to give him, let's see how much gold. Probably like 20. 17. Okay. So this map has got a lot of rocks. A lot of rocks on it, which is kind of cool. And there's a bunch of ponds. There's a couple of big ponds and one little pond that wouldn't really be. I guess you could probably still get a dock on it. So we got kind of spread out deer in the middle. There's one boar really up front here that I did scout it, and I should have realized this would have been a perfect staging proxy base for him. I didn't fully think it through. Um, but I'm able to kind of outboom his boar because of the lakes. So what I decided to do is just drop the Uvu so I can have the stone production and kind of balance that out if I need to double produce some units if I get a lot of serious pressure, which I end up getting. And I'm just going heavy on wood. So I want to drop a gur here because it's going to be too long of a distance travel here. I want to be close to my stone more than my gold just to protect this. And he's also going super heavy on he's only 5 on food, and he's got 5 on wood. So he's dropping a dock, and that's kind of what he's going heavy on, was on the dock. Let's see where so he's rallying the rest of his men on food here, which is a big mistake. Because if you're dropping this dock, you want to be rallying the rest on the wood to really be pumping out those ships. And that's kind of what I do. So I've got 5 on food to make sure I have more than enough food, and um, a little bit of surplus if I have to build some military units. I put one more over to gold, and I'm building a dock. I've only got 3 on wood right now, but I'm gonna rally everything up on the wood. I think I go up to 12 or 13. Um, so I'm gonna scout the map. I got an okay sheep haul. I'm not too worried about my sheep haul because I'm gonna be using the fishing here. So I start rallying my fish out to here, and he, even though he got a dock up before me, he is just making a fishing boat now. And then the Lodia fishing boats are 150 wood. I know everyone says Rus is like broken in terms of fishing, but 150 wood is really expensive. Like really expensive. So I think what everyone's complaining about the brokenness of it, I think it's actually pretty fair. I think, I don't know, maybe up to 175, because on big maps it's a big advantage to travel time. So he's got his fishing ship out, and I've got 2 out. I got a 3rd run production, and I've got 8 on wood, 2 on gold, and I'm nowhere near aging up. And he is aging up because he went a lot heavier onto food here. So he's gonna age up with Golden Gate, but he's only got 5 on wood. So his dock production, he's only got 1 ship out. So you're not really taking advantage of basically what is a second TC, you know, extra villager production. So I've got 3 out to his 1. I'm going to, you know, it's a small pond, so you don't want to saturate it. It's just not a good use of resources. You know, you end up wasting a lot of resources. So I got his scouts out my position. And actually, I want to see where. Oh yeah, I'm finishing bringing my sheep in. It's kind of hard to see with the yellow. Um, and yeah, we're still pretty far from aging up. But now we've got 4 with the 5th coming out, and he's 1 going up to 2 right now. So we've taken a big, I want to say, eco lead. We're at 22 economy, and he's at 21. So even though he technically should be, you know, always maintaining a little bit of a lead because he got the dock up before me, and they always, because of all the TC placement, people usually always have a minimum 1 more villager than you. They're not actually able to. He's not actually able to keep up because of my dock. So now I'm at 26 eco, and he's got a lot of idle workers. He's at 24, so I'm taking a bigger lead now. 25, and yeah, 26. So he's sending these guys up. This must be the boar rush that he's sending up. I had this scouted. And my con started to shoot here, and I was doing other stuff. I just assumed it was attacking the dog. So this was kind of a big mistake on my part. I didn't realize this, and I only just realized that. So if I had noticed this, I wouldn't be able to react in time even though I was up in a stable. I wouldn't have been able to react in time. So that's really unfortunate. I could have definitely hindered this and delayed it more and shut down this by him a lot earlier, but I didn't. And I'm in the process of aging up, so maybe it's better that I didn't even try to contest this. I know even with the con harass, you know, one of these villages might have been dead. So I don't know. It's definitely wasn't ideal. These starts that, you know, and this is the typical Rus game, but they're super defensive. I don't think the second Wooden Fortress was a good call by him. He hasn't seen really anything aggro out of me. And yeah, I don't know if that Wooden Fortress is really a good call on his part. His fishing eco is also stopped. He's only at 2. I mean, he doesn't want to, so he's not trying to overinvest here. So I went up to 7 fishing boats. I can understand I wanted to overinvest. He's spending 300. So basically I spent 4 bucks. So he's got this hunting pattern. He's got a wooden fortress up. I most definitely could have been at my con die. I think it's the early night. But I totally messed up earlier not seeing this board play and shutting it down. And with Rus, you should expect the board play. A lot of people do the board play. Some people rush it at like 3 minutes and a half, and other people later. I had line of sight on it. I just didn't see it, so that was a kind of a big mess up. But the plus side is now I've got 12 guys on wood and 12 on a fishing eco. You know, my resources here. I still got quite a bit. It looks like they finished one of the plots. And they're gonna finish the second one right now, but we still got a bunch there. I also sent down to the south here, make another fishing port with this villager. That this was gonna run out, and I wanted to get another one going. And I was thinking about leapfrogging to here. I did have a scout here just to kind of see what was gonna happen. And he comes and tries to raid my fishing. I just move him over to the other side of the lake. And at this point, I'm dropping Mangadai and I'm dropping stables, going up with quadruple archery range. So I didn't see this. I had no vision on this. I had no idea this was happening. So I get kind of surprised here. So I'm gonna keep harassing this knights and stuff while he's kind of harassing my fishing boat. Yeah, I've got a scout, a horseman, and some mangadai. I just figured that he was kind of super booming. I didn't notice that this dock was coming down, even though I was burning it. Um, take down one scout. I'm gonna lose my scout. I think I take out his early knight. And this is where I see he's got a ton of archers. So we take out that knight and we just fall back. I realized he's got a ton of archers and I see 3 ranges. So at that point I was like, oh great. So there was the boar there, he's proxied, and now I'm gonna get a lot of pressure. And I'm definitely behind in terms of infrastructure, but in terms of eco, I think I'm ahead. So I've got 40 eco, got 36. So I've got a slight lead on eco and I can kind of maintain this. My scout was burning down here, and I didn't even like honestly realize it. Dropping a tower just in case he raids, and I was going up with fishing ships down here, so my eco's gonna take a little bit more of a loop. Went forward with these early archers. I think he kind of overextended, so I tried to punish him a little bit. This one knight is basically what shuts it down. I didn't want to really push into what was probably um, a ton of archers, you know, and a range. I didn't know where the fortress was, but I figured that there was a fortress there. Dropping a fishing ship, and now he's going heavy on his eco, and he's at 40 eco right now. Yeah, 40 eco, and I'm chilling at 44. So I'm gonna kind of go up and around and see what's happening. I'm going around this lower side because I see his dock. So I'm gonna go raid that ship. And shut down his food there because I figured that's he's kind of getting his food from this boar and this fishing over here. So his knight takes out my little raid there, and I kind of went and checked out. I see there's a fortress that he's still got boar there, and yeah, he's got a big army here of archers. So I'm just gonna kind of regroup in mass. I've dropped a couple more stables, so that's the plus of having a strong wood eco of around 10 or more. You can kind of dedicate some into infrastructure, and you really need to have a good infrastructure here. So I bring over this Mangadai raid. I'm gonna burn down this one Loja ship, and I'm gonna pressure this next one. He's gonna garrison, and he does nothing to deal with this. I basically am able to burn down this dock with my Mangadai. Luckily, the scout had already done a lot of damage while I was getting built. So I'm kind of dropping towers. I'm dropping more pastures. I'm kind of in a rough spot here. I didn't mind losing this one fishing ship because I still have 6. And I still have these back plots. And this shoreline fish was almost empty anyways. So he's kind of pushing me hard here. He's pumping out more archers. And he's got a solid eco in the back here. Overall eco, I'm at 51. I kind of start messing up as well. I start losing eco and microing it, but now I'm at I got a 7 eco lead right now, which is pretty big. Down here, again I go with 7 fishing ships. I thought the amount of time that was devoted by these 7 ships, you know, it's lasting me 12 minutes or so. I think that's not an overcommitment. And this villager, I think I pulled him all the way back and out. Yeah, he's over. Yeah, this is him dropping a market. So you know he's pushing me. He drops one range. I'm not too worried about losing the range because he is going super heavy archers, and I've seen at least 3 of those ranges. And back at his base, yeah, he's only got 1 stable. So yeah, I'm not super worried about the archers. His archers are gonna get beat by my ranges. I take this opportunity to age up. I'm dropping the step read out because I don't have really gold right now. I can't be always trading, and there's no guarantee for good trading. This market's not in a great spot. This market's in a worse spot. So trading was going to be rough. And I get kind of lucky. He focuses on building this ram instead of protecting these knights that were fighting me. So I'm able to kind of pick up these knights here, and because of my Uve as well, I'm able to produce a lot of horsemen really quickly. I've also garrisoned the 3 Mangadai that I have left, just to kind of keep a decent DPS. Notice that he's got this knight. I'm gonna send over this cavalry to just take care of it shortly. And I'm gonna get a blacksmith going. And so he's pushing me on the front here. I didn't see it yet, or I couldn't see it yet. And yeah, I'm gonna finish out this fish here shortly. But the big thing is these guys are still collecting a bunch of fish. So I still have decent food production because of them. And we burnt down this dock and we're sinking this ship. And from here I'm gonna do a lot of eco damage. You know, while we're kind of holding this. Again, these 11 on wood were really helpful. So we come in. I want to raid, or I wanted to fight these the archers. I didn't want to fight these knights. It was just kind of bad micro. I pull 7 villagers from wood to burn down this ram real quick, and then they're gonna go back to wood immediately. These horsemen were kind of sacrificial. I could have left 2 horsemen literally to fight, or 3 horsemen to fight these knights. No, it would have been 2. I could have left 2 horsemen to fight these knights and left the rest going up. It was just kind of bad micro on my part. I definitely could have done a lot more damage here. And he's got a massive 50 archers, which is was really, let's just say, worrying to say the least. So I've got a couple of three guys free that are working on dropping infrastructure in the back, and I'm raiding in the back here now with my pawn. I've got him off of gold. Slowing down his wood eco. I'm gonna kill this little bit of food eco here, and we finish this food production. I end up deleting all those ships, and I get a good vision in terms of what his wood line is doing and what he was doing for food. So he's just kind of scavenging. I see that he doesn't have farms up or anything, and he was collecting that gold over there. I wonder where those are. Yeah, so I sink those ships. Now he's pushing with these. Do have 2 springwood powers. I'm just gonna raid this real quick. It's a big misplay. You definitely can't do this in this new patch. You can't just push with a ram unattended like that. I mean, you couldn't really do it before, but it's definitely it's even a quicker punishment now, I think, than before. So we've dropped another stable. I'm moving my market down to this bottom corner just in case I have to start trading up here, because my gold is running out and I've got the stat readout, so I'm gonna have to start pushing out on the map, and it's gonna be hard because it's got all these archers. So I'll probably come to the side, and by coming to the side, I'm gonna close off this gold. So I really was gonna start pushing north here and trading in the backside and keeping my pressure on the other side. So again, we do some decent villager kills here, and he's kind of massive pushing. I think he was kind of reacting to me back here, and we killed a couple villagers back here, not a ton. And this is where we kind of see that I thought I rotated, but I guess I wasn't. Villagers on gold. We're running out of gold here, and I see his ship is starting to attack me, and I kind of rotate up to this the gold, the food and the gold. I'm pretty sure I hit here, and he's wrapping his army around the side. So yeah, I'm gonna take out all of his gold villagers here. Then I eventually move over to take out all those wood villagers. So my eco's at 60. He's at 47. So I'm trying to get exacerbated. Dropping a prayer tank because I wanted to start picking up some sneaky relics. And he's kind of in a weird spot here, and I've dropped a few lancers in this mix too. So I've got 7 lancers and 13 horsemen. So they're gonna do a lot better job of cleaning up these archers. And he notices he's losing those guys. And I took out his gold eco, and now I'm gonna take out his these wood villagers. And then after I take out these wood villagers, I was gonna start roaming elsewhere. But this is where he kind of calls it GG because yeah, this was, I mean, he was doing a good job holding here. I really need to pick up these. I wanted to pick up this stable after production. Quits right before, but that's what I wanted to do because I was starting to get choke pointed here, and I was losing a lot more troops than necessary, and they were starting to path really weird. So as I pick up these buildings real quick, and we would have gotten a really good push. But yeah, so that was just a lot of early aggression and kind of some missed micro or macro on his part in terms of the food. And you know that secondary pond was really important. I probably could have gone, you know, if I hadn't gotten that early pressure from him, I probably would have got a third pond. So that was big, being able to kind of push that back, and have enough infrastructure in the back, wood collecting that losing that first couple of infantry buildings wasn't a huge issue. So this is the next match, which is a little bit longer. It's against Abassid. He was Criterion. He was a Diamond 1, I believe. And beating him put me up to Plat 3. So we're almost out of Plats now. So here, I got a nice position here next to the gold. My stone's a little bit back, so it's a safer stone because it's back, but it's okay. I'm gonna go with the stable rush here because Abbasid likes to boom, likes to go 2TC, likes to do all those things. So if the more I can harass his Age of Time, the better. If I can make him commit to these early spearmen, some builds they go the early spearmen and they're feudal pushing you at 7 minutes with 2 rams. Some of the better Abbasids back in the day used to do it, and it's kind of changed now. Everybody just kind of likes to boom instead. But I want to make sure that he's committed to spearmen and he's not just aging up immediately. Um, so dropping the first horseman. My macro here gets a little ugly with my villager production. So I'm checking it out. I do see that he's got berries, and I'm gonna wrap around the front here. He's got a nice little wood line here. I say little, but it's a really nice wood line. He's got a nice wood line here. He's actually got, I feel like safer wood than I do. I have noticed where his gold is, and I'm just not gonna stick around and kind of get him alerted to any aggro. My horseman's already on the way. So I'm just gonna just let the horseman do it and keep scouting and picking up sheep because I really do need to make sure I have enough sheep here for this horseman rush. So my horseman's here and I'm gonna start baiting here. At which point he just pulls him back. I wasn't sure if he's going to a secondary gold. There was a gold down here, and he does. I think what isn't necessarily the best reaction because 2v1 villagers can actually beat me, but he doesn't know if I have another horseman on the way, which I did, and that's where things can kind of get ugly. But so he starts committing to wood so he can drop a barracks. So I basically delayed his age up, which is really big. My age up's already delayed, but I'm messing up kind of his plans in the game. And the more I slow down his TC boom, the better. So his scouts down to half health, and he just doesn't want to stick around and fight, which is a smart move. There's no need to. I want to see. Yeah, so this was definitely rage. I figured that was a rage. So I didn't raid there, and I was wrapping around the back, trying to find some gold. I did have a. I thought I had a scout. No, there's my scout. Yeah, to help kind of with the vision. You can see in the stealth forest you don't get very much vision. Even outside the stealth forest, units don't get very much vision. So it's good to accompany with a scout. So I see a scout. I do a little bit of damage, but there's no point in chasing really. I'm not gonna catch him. My horseman might catch, but it's not. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Especially if he was mining gold. So I see the gold's there. I just kind of wrap around his full base, and he's sending villagers over to gold. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some damage there. Still just scouting with my con. He's dropped off the sheep, which is big. So I haven't had to commit to more wood. And I put my 2 villagers off of wood. I actually start collecting gold because at this point I've got 11 on food. I had too much on food, and I'm going to use a little bit of wood that I do have to drop this pasture. I also figured that he had dropped a barracks at this point, and he had in terms of timing. So I wasn't going to commit to any more horsemen. So reposition my stable so he can toast a bit of food. And get pasture going. And I'm rallying. He could rally up to 5 villagers on the way. behind on my gold. I kind of messed that up in my macro. I put one villager off of food to collect trees. If I could have gotten two, to be honest. So over here, I do a little bit of harass damage. I try to take out one villager. He's got two spears here. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna be worth it using a horseman. For nothing really. So at this point, he's aging up and I'm gonna age up. So we're both aging up at pretty much the same time. If I don't harass, the Abassid usually age up before you. They usually can age up before Mongols do. So being able to age up at the same time was pretty big. I dedicate 6 on, and this is obviously inside his building. He's got 1 minute and 19 seconds, and I've got. I don't think it says. Anyways, we'll see who finishes first. But at this point, I'm rallying everybody on the wood. Kind of like last game, especially since I'm going silver tree, I'm gonna need a lot of wood. The villagers that are tapping up the silver tree, I'm gonna split them. I'm not gonna go into any gold. Again, these guys trying to pick up the scout. Nobody kind of really figured it out. And he's going on hard on gold too. And he's got a decent amount on wood as well. So he's got 7 on wood already, 8 on food, and 6 on gold. So I got 21 eco. He's got. So I aged up before he does, which is kind of nice. And he's got a 22 eco. 22 to 22. So we're actually pretty close on eco, which is surprising. So I think he might have missed the macro with the damage play. Now he's definitely going for second GC. But I've kind of slowed down his build already, so I'm kind of happy. And I'm going to drop out the sheep for this right here. I'm pulling this back because he had a scout over here. I don't want him to see my route with my silver tree. I'm going to send my silver tree over here to set up again so I can hit either or. This corner is a little dangerous. It's close to the road and to the clearing here. So it was going to be almost guaranteed I was trading with my own base. But I did it just in case. You never know. That works out. So I'm kind of harassing this scout. I just wanted to make sure it goes all the way back to base. And I'm wrapping around the side to see if he is going for second. So let's go for the con to go check out his stone. And I'm starting to rally my horseman up here in the middle by the sacred site. We just have the scout over here. I'd like to see what we can see here. Can't actually see much. He might have been checking. Oh wow, yeah. So that's really good. Because he does find out that I'm trading that way. I remember it's gonna hit me that way. He's got enough stone to drop the TC, and I see him heading up, and he's going to switch up the hammers. So I'm gonna try to run up there and get in there in time. I'm sending these the small horseman force that I had to try to get there, and I'm not able to make it in time. I figured it was gonna go right here, and instead of going for the TC, I see he's got these villagers here. So I just kind of kind of harass you. I take out one villager and that is spamming away from my convoy. I don't think I stayed to try to take out a villager. He's gonna tap up too fast. So at this point, I know he's gonna go boom, and I just gotta boom more than him. And he's got a TC, but I've got the silver tree. So I'm gonna be able to compete with his double TC production with this if I ever drop it. So, out here, and got aggro by my mega dive, and I'm gonna pick up this scout. Well, my con's gonna help cut off too, because I kind of listen to the stuff first. Can pick out one scout. Still haven't set up the silver tree. He's going for. He's still got a lot of villagers on wood, and he's got villagers on food right next to these berries, so he's super happy there. He was worried about a raid here, which was smart, and he's collecting food, and he's collecting gold. So he's in a good spot to kind of boom. He's kind of secured these resources, and he has a little bit of vision on me. I Yeah, he's got a little bit of vision on me. My vision isn't nearly as good. I got kind of a forward position here, and finally, way late. I'm dropping my silver tree. Excuse me. And the big thing with my silver tree is, I'm dropping traders, um, quickly. It allows me to produce them 50% faster. So it's basically like a second TC. Um, and especially once you get 8 of them, they are bringing back other resources. So it's like you are producing villagers, especially with the gold return. So I'm basically getting gold villagers. So I come in to kind of raid a little bit his food here. I kill one food villager, and I just kind of have to fall back. I'm taking a lot of damage. I see these horsemen, and he's gonna pull back, and I'm gonna just kind of harass this horseman here. I think I come in to try to harass from the side here, and I end up hitting his wood line. Oh no! I wrap all the way around and I fight, and I see him walling. So that's what happened. Um, Traders are on the way. I start making traders. I'm dropping a bunch of pastures because of my macro is running out. I'm able to do some damage, but I'm not able to kill any villagers. And when I go up, I see these horsemen, so I pull back. And because I'm pulling back, I actually see that he's dropping a gate here. And so it's not a huge deal, but it slows down a little bit his advancing on the side here. And I'm coming up with these horsemen, or with these Magadai to see what I could see. I think right around now I can actually see. Yeah, I can see his horsemen coming for me. So I'm gonna be able to do, some pestering damage. I'm gonna try to catch him in a pinch with these horsemen here. And I wasn't able to. But I know these horsemen were pulling away from these wood villagers. And I'm not able to kill anything, but I'm able to slow it down a little. This is where his scout is able to see my traders. And I got a couple of Magadai that were being made here that I was able to pull over just in time for this. I do lose track of his scout though. And now he's got a bunch of food. And I'm just kind of amassing armies. So I've got 23 army and 41 eco. Got 47 eco and 10 military. So yeah, I get some free resources from that. And I'm just gonna have to fall back here. I think I lose a horseman. And with my my Magadai, I've fallen back all the way because I wasn't sure if his horsemen were coming in to aid. Seeing his horseman down there kind of confirmed that he did. I was just kind of looking for that scout. The scout was checking out these berries. Him as an Abassid, berries are kind of important too, so he might have been just checking out the berries. So I can't find a scout, so I'm just going to push forward again. I don't want to be giving up too much map position. It would have been big if I had been checking food sources. I could have. This game dragged out a lot longer than it needed to. Because I definitely could have been hitting this with Mega. This would have been a juicy target with 17, and he would have had been forced into, instead of dropping military infrastructure, drop farms. So. A raid where his money kill a bunch of little ones. And I'm able to kind of pull back this horseman. I know that there's spearmen inside of here, but we're able to burn down all the business down, but I'm just going to fall back to the spearmen. I'm going to start repairing. That is a clutch repair too. You run out of options. We have like 10 HP. So these horsemen get separated from the spears now, and we're able to just kind of pull my horsemen back, use my Magadai, and we trade one horseman for 5, 6 horsemen. So that's a really favorable trade. Really unfortunate I didn't think about checking out the food sources earlier. So maybe I just kind of bum rush, because I can't really see what's happening in the forest. And we kind of let me being able to see what I'm doing. I kind of misclicked here by going for the farm instead of the cow first. There's no biggie. And I can see that he's got this infrastructure going up. So I saw that there was a limit on berries, and it didn't occur to me to go check the deers. Because that would have been a huge and I didn't realize that he had aged up. I hadn't noticed that he had aged up until I seen the knights, the lances, and the crossbowmen, and then I was like, oh boy. So I'm behind now. On the plus side, I've got 10 traders basically, so I've got 65 eco to his 58. So even though it's double TC, the traders are allowing me to keep up and surpass, especially since I've had some little raise. I'm gonna kill some guys. He's looking to try to get us in that full, so I'm gonna pick out a couple. And I'm raiding the side here to try to pull this army out here. And while I'm pulling an army loop around the side. Back at the base, we're still going heavy on our traders. There's not the cool type because the trading should be more than enough. I'm starting to run out of sheep. You can tell my village is starting to act a little weird. I do have 12 on. So after we get it done, we just have to fall back. I just wanted to spot that trading. If he started to trade, that's plus the liability of me trading. As you can see here, I can tell what his vision is here. So I come up here, and the idea was for me to run up here and around, like that deer on the way, and they kind of freaked out, like right here-ish. And they went back. I could have, that would have been huge. That definitely would have been huge. So, he already picked up all the deer. That's 2,500 food that he was able to pick up. That basically gave him his castle age. So, it's kind of my fault, but no big deal. See, right now they could be, I noticed that they've gone up here. I just let it happen. I definitely could have looped back and around and checked this food. So at this point, he's going to start raiding me. He's got castle age units. And he's going to know that I've aged up, so he's going to start pushing hard. I see he's got these camo archers. So I'm focusing down the camo archers with my horsemen. And trying to take down the knights with my Mangadai. But I know that these knights are just going to be a little bit too much for me. And I see this extra force. So I'm just going to sacrifice these horsemen. To kind of slow down his push a little bit, and I'm just going to fall back. He's cleaning this up, and I'm just getting all of the space on the map. And at this point, I've got to upgrade my units. I've got to do a bunch of things. I'm dropping infrastructure because I only have 3 military buildings, and I'm about to get pushed by a bigger army. I've got 8 military. He's got 24. So I definitely need to start making some bigger army. He does scout me. He might not have noticed my trade because intermittent, he would have seen the traders. So maybe he did notice. So he's pushing me hard here with these knights. I'm just kind of running around. I'm trying to build a couple of towers up as quick as I can. I garrison these villagers, and these guys are looking for towers. So it's kind of a bad play on my part. In some sense, but the plus side is it was drawing attention away from my other eco. So I got 60 eco, he's got 76, and my 60 eco is supplemented by 13 traders. So now he's ahead of me for sure in terms of eco. But the big thing is I'm getting a lot of gold with these traders. And he's sending in more army. He's collecting berries down here, so he's doing a good job, and he's going for this gold node here. Okay, I didn't even realize there was 2 gold nodes there. Okay, so I've lost my Mangadai. I'm not able to keep up with the camo archers and the crossbowmen, and he's dropping a ram. So this is kind of the big thing of, especially with these ram pushes, is having a good wood bank. So I had a good enough wood bank, and I had plenty of gold that I could start dropping infrastructure. Now I've got 4 stables, and I've got 3 ranges. I'm just dropping my Mangadai inside the Kurotai range so they can kite a little bit better. And we're still getting some gold income, thankfully. They're kind of filtering through. And he's gonna push me with this ram. So I'm gonna try to take down this ram with these knights. And I think he's gonna realize it. Yeah. He's gonna pull these guys off of this ram. Either way, this ram is finishing. So take down a ram. We're gonna lose these 4 knights. But the big thing is with one ram, it's just kind of a lot. It's a lot slower the amount of damage our infrastructure is taking. And we're back up to 5 Mangadai, and there's no more camels to kind of debuff us. If he had brought these camels up, it would have been a lot rougher. So he's collecting a bunch of gold down here, collecting his food down here, still collecting his wood. He's got his infrastructure. He's got some idle military here, but he's keeping a constant kind of steady force streaming in. But at this point, I'm still producing more infrastructure, so if I lose some, I'll be okay. I'm still at 4 stables. I'm going up to 5 archery ranges, and he's taking out this Ubu, which isn't a big deal because I only had 64 stone. So I wasn't gonna be dead producing any units anyways. What was kind of painful is I was losing all these traders. The big thing though with the traders is it's really only costing me wood. Gained so much gold out of the infantry. It's super profitable. So I built these villagers that we're building. I pulled them to try to take out this ram, and they're not successful, unfortunately. And I'm taking a bunch of other villagers to drop more towers. Definitely can't have villagers running across the map again. I lost a lot of villagers that way, and so my eco's kind of stagnated at 50, and he's at 90. At 50, and I'm down to 8 traders. Or I'm sorry, I'm at 58 eco basically, and he's at. I'm in a big economic pool right now, but the silver tree does allow you to kind of get out of these situations. So with the Mangadai, I'm able to kind of clean up this force, and he's committed to taking out these knights with these camel archers, which is a big mistake. These camel archers are what's basically like what makes my Mangadai use a lot of damage. So with the Mangadai, once I take out these camel archers, I'm able to basically take care of any of these forces here. So even with this double ram push, he's only able to take out a couple of my infrastructure buildings. He's got 4 ranges, and I'm going up to 7 stations now. 4 ranges. So behind all this, having a safe wood line, having them not being raided, was really big. And I definitely need to start making more towers. He's collecting berries up here, and he's heading down to raid my line up here. That was unfortunate. So I'm only down to 4. I'm down to 4 traders, and I wasn't gonna start building more. But I've got a decent force here. I've got 14 Mangadai, and I'm going hard on the stables because he's got a lot of knights and men at arms, so I gotta be able to start fighting those a little bit more effectively. He's raiding down here, which was kind of, I guess, about time. I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Sending over more army, so I'm able to pick out the 1 knight in a run by. But now I'm starting to take out a bunch of his food eco. His income at minute is kind of romping me right now. I have 0 gold income. He's got 1,600 food and almost 1,000 wood, and I got 1,000 food, 500. So he's definitely got a lot more than me. I'm gonna send in a couple of knights to help clean this up. I wanted to come down and fight this, but we just kind of let this tower do what it could. He's dropping another ram up here, and now we've really shut down a bunch of his villages here. I'm at still at 51 eco, and he's down to 85. So we were able to keep him below the 90 mark, which is good. And we see this army here. I'm gonna kind of pick these guys up, and he's trying to burn down my silver tree. And because he force clicked it onto there, and he just didn't have him just standing around here, able to get 500 gold, 500 gold pop up, which was really big in terms of maintaining this game going. Because now I'm able to produce more manga and stuff. I'm building horsemen right now because I had to, but because of that gold drop off, I was gonna be able to start doing stuff. So I clean up this down here. I'm bringing my manga back up. I see he's got another force coming. I got this calf force that got detached. I kind of want to kite as much as I can. If I can take out these if I can take out these cam archers, I can pretty much do whatever I want. And I'm sending over the cab to deal with this ram real quick. I didn't want to lose any more infrastructure. I've got 7 stables still, and 4 ranges. Losing infrastructure would have been really rough right now because I needed to be dropping towers and pastures, as well as booming my trade back up. So at this point, we've kind of stabilized. I see this smaller force building. So we're just gonna harass him. He's only got 3 cam markers on here. So he's falling back, and we're just gonna be running him down to at the same time, he's collecting a ton of gold over here. He's got his wood line chopped up over there. He's coming from to farmers. So after I took out these berries, these guys on berries, I figured he wasn't gonna go. For this one, it's really ambitious. Same with this one, it's just really ambitious, not a smart move. And I'm kind of normalizing my army here, and I'm trying to stabilize my silver tree. So I'm up to 11. I'm gonna start building these towers again. I gotta be able to defend here. But I figured he was getting his gold from somewhere. I know he's not trading because I have this tower down here still, and I can still see this this gold vein. So I catch him out of position here with his gold producers, gold producers. No towers, which is costly for him. And so my 61 eco, I have 61 eco and 12 traders. So I'm at like 74 eco, and I know he's at 73 eco. So we've equalized ecos now. So after taking that out, you should have known to start dropping some towers. He's got 3,000 wood, so he most definitely could have dropped some towers for those. So this is where we really turn the tide, because you can tell now that his eco's out to 50. I think I'm probably getting close to 40. He's double producing with his TCs. He's picking up relics behind this. But behind this, I've stabilized. I've got an army going again. And I'm using a bunch of my wood. So yeah, his eco's at 50. So where he's at 100, now he's at 50, we're halfway. And I'm at 65 now, where I was before his aggression. And I've got 12 traders. So I kind of pull these crossbowmen down here, and I just double back. I knew I was going to lose some, but we almost traded evenly. So I lose 6 Mangadai, and he loses 4 crossbowmen. And we just kind of wanted to hit this wood line. I didn't mind if I was going to lose all these Mangadai, because I was going to do a bunch of damage to his villagers here. So now he's down to 40 villagers, 41, and he's got to come back up to 50, so a really good job of killing a bunch of villagers here. So losing these Mangadai wasn't by any means end of the world. And the big thing was the amount of eco damage we did. So we're almost up to 70 villagers, and we have 13 traders. So we're at basically 80 eco. Income per minute. We've nuked his income per minute. He's getting income from relics. And my gold income is starting to boom. My food eco is back online, and his isn't. And yeah, his wood eco has also been really stagnated. I got 13 villages, or he's got 13 villages idle. So he's sending him back out trying to work. His farms have to be worked on. He's gonna drop another TC, and we're ready. He's gonna drop a TC up here by the gold. Oh wow! So as you know, we raid this, and we're gonna raid these gold mines. It's just free. It's free income, and I'm pretty sure. Where's my Uvu? Where was my other Uvu? I'm moving my wood villagers. They mine this. They chop this out. So I'm gonna. Unlike him, I do like to build towers wherever my villages are kind of independent. So I'm raiding down here, and that pulls this army. I didn't know where his army was, but it looked like it was coming in to raid. But it pulls that army back to his base. And oh, my Uvu's over here. So yeah, I'm getting my raid bounty upgrade right now. And it's kind of unfortunate. If I'd waited just a little bit more, I would have been able to pick up these 2 outpost drops. Um, Instead of going for the TC, I'm going to go for the mosque here because he is getting a little bit of gold income from that. So I wanted to deal with that. His army, because of the pause in my attacks here, his army just kind of sat in a center spot. And so now I'm going to start burning down some houses. I want to kind of affect his pop cap a little bit. His eco is up to 50 now. 50 eco, 60 military, and we are at 76 eco, 65 military, plus another 16 traders. So our eco is definitely better than his. I've noticed this tower that just got built behind me, which was kind of a bummer. So I'm just gonna back out, and I thought at this point I had a decent fight, and I figured I was just gonna trade here because the army is mostly horsemen. As I was 20 horsemen and like 5 knights. So if I lost, I lose this, it wasn't like end of the world. It was just kind of trash units I was losing. But behind this, I'm raiding with another almost 20 horsemen, and I'm gonna start hitting his these houses here. I do notice that he has this monk with the relic, so I was kind of ready to click on that Wololo if he did it. I'm almost up to 20 traders, and I've got almost 80 eco. Yeah, this is. I see him coming over with this, so I figured he was going to try to Wololo on me. So we'll take that out. We shut it down real quick. He cleaned up my other force up there, but we're just going to kind of just dip out of here. No sense in staying. Um, and he's collecting a bunch of stone. So we're just gonna pull out completely. I know I wasn't even I was gonna trade very unfavorably. That'd just be throwing away these units. So I just pull out completely. He's got another massive army here. We got a decent wood chopping force here. My food is where I kind of like it at, around 43, 45. Sometimes I go up to 50. I'm gonna add a little bit more on my wood because I felt like I was a little short on wood. And my traders are trading again. So income per minute, I'm killing it in terms of gold compared to his, and my wood is also double his, and food we're on par. And on current resources, he still has more gold than me. He's kind of reserving it till he secures his gold production. I see the small army coming in raid, but I was gonna go take down this for some income, and then I was gonna come raid his base, pushing me back to that big force. But I've got a good massive Nangadite here. There's 30 of them. So these spearmen I'm able to kind of wither down while the crossbowmen are trying to, buff with us. And I got a couple of knights here to kind of deal with him. Did see this army coming over, and that's why I kind of continued with my Nangadite here, because I wanted to do as much damage as I could to the spearmen that are going to burn down, because I knew he had another army over here. And we're dropping towers. We didn't get the upgrades on it. We were kind of out of stone. But we were just trying to pull this army to fight us at our base as much as we could. And he's re-garrisoning those relics. Oh, over here, he was going to drop a castle. Oh, and I guess the reason we couldn't is because we had a tower here. So my tower was already here. He didn't realize it. And he was trying to fight. And the spring oaks kind of did their job here. He had his army here. I was just chilling. He wasn't pushing me. I knew I had some springald towers, and I was going to be able to hold the trade line against that force, even though I might lose the next trade. I just wanted to raid again. I didn't want his eco to get powerless again, and he was at 70. So yeah, we were just coming in and trying to raid as much as we could, and I was also hitting these wells, and I saw him. He was trying to heal it, repair it, and he's just gonna lose a bunch of villages this way. So he's down to 50, and while I'm coming up and around, I see him dropping a cube on the stone. Just kind of, that's kind of the importance too of just pressuring your enemy, even with these raids constantly. You're gonna catch him when he's low on resources like he is, trying to secure these nodes. So down here, I'm trying to burn a hole through. I see him mining gold, so I wanted to shut that down. And I don't engage this army. I just kind of him, and he's dropped back down to 40 villagers. Unfortunately, forget about this villager, and he dies without being able to do any damage here with this tower, which is just part of it. But on the plus side, I'm able to kill these villagers, burn down this, and escape with my 13 horsemen. I thought he had pulled his whole army down. I didn't know that he still had an army here in the stealth forest, but in the meantime, I'm aging up. He's also aging up, so we both kind of picked that kind of a small lull to age up. I was gonna say I told them to build this tree range and these uvus or these pastures. So he is now at 50 eco, and we are at 90 eco, so we're double his eco and 26 traders. So our eco and his eco are just not comparable at all. My food is dropped because we're not collecting sheep. I'm dropping more towers up here. I didn't want him to raid this top side, but our gold eco is huge compared to his. Our wood eco is 10 times better, and yeah, our food's about to catch up because everybody's going to start collecting food. So I was worried about a raid on my wood line, so I just kind of sat my Mangadai there while I was kind of reestablishing. I felt we were safe enough at this point because of the last raids to move up with my curl tie. He has a big force coming up over here, and he's about to raid these. So I'm bringing my Mangadai over to deal with this. Got a bunch of infantry and gold traders, so damage. I'm able to engage with this force. I kind of bumped into them. Unfortunate that they weren't A-moving, they just went up. So, but really bad trade. I was wondering how it was that all of these guys came up and didn't suffer almost any casualties. It looks like I misclicked. But my Mangadai here are able to clean this up. We got 22 plus the con, so 23. We got a Springle Tower that's kind of helping us snipe out some guys too. So I was able to hold here, and I figured that this was just going to be the beginning of some aggression. So we're trying to mass up some more units, but we also got a bunch of upgrades. These upgrades that weren't being trained like immediately right now, I think we're kind of a waste on my part. And we got a ton of traders in queue. Absolute ton of traders in queue. I'm gonna set up a mining camp here on the stone. Okay, I didn't realize that. That was a good move on his part. I shut down his gold mining down here. His gold has been really tempered. He hasn't been able to pick his nuts again. And he's got basically the last of his army basically getting to try to shut him down here. I got the defensive arrows, so that's the last one. They've got a decent cav force. They're just horsemen. They're gonna trade pretty well against these archers. I don't know what that tag is. These guys, why it's so funky. But they're just running around what they could have been hitting. Anyway, I had more Mangadai coming. I had another wave of now Knights and Horsemen coming in, so that's going to get cleaned up 100%. So again, um, kind of the horseman rush to stop the Abbasid 2TC, which is kind of the meta with the Abbasid, and then the the 12 on wood was huge. I think being able to drop that infrastructure when I needed to was what kind of saved me in that game, as well as being able to trade boom. Even though my trade boom was kind of late, um, I definitely could have done it a little better in that sense. I think the 12 on wood, getting more wood villagers on that early stage was really big. So thank you for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed it.